Hello and good morning, my fellow trucketeers. How you all doing? Today is a day 25th of March, yeah, Thursday. And we got a little day around Avonmouth, and then we got a collection and a little place called Corsham to do today. But the thing about today is it's my first full day out with an LST trailer. Yeah, so I've got a 28 pallet trailer. If you're not aware, LST trailers are long semi-trailers, and they're extended trailers that you're supposed to go through extra training via your company to use. It's like a stipulation between the traffic commissioner and companies. So I've had the training, so now I'm going to go out and drive a extended trailer which has a rear steer axle, so they kick out a bit more. As you can see, that green one in front of me, that's an LST. That's a 30 pallet of that one, which is pretty good. I'm not currently loaded at the moment. I think my trailer's probably about half full maybe. So I'm just going to go around under the canopy and go hitch up to it and get our day on the go. Oh, curtain's done up. That could be a good sign. Maybe that's everything I've got. Just put my hazards on and we'll go hitch up. That yellow one there we're going under. I'm going to guess that I'm actually loaded then, which is nice. Can't have too much on then. Right, let's do our tug tests. 1, 2, there we go, we are attached. Right, I'm going to carry on hitching up, do the curtains up, grab my paperwork. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, right, that's it, we're loaded, ready to go. I've got to be aware of these trailers because being as they're rear steer, a normal 26 pallet trailer you can get right up on something and then turn that way and the trailer will miss it. Whereas with these, if you do that, the back end of the trailer kicks out up to about 2.5 foot, I think it is, so you've got to be very wary of that. So it's one thing you've got to keep in mind when driving these. They got a hell of a kick on the rear end. Yeah, so you've got to slightly adjust how you'd normally drive, but it's not too bad. I've had a couple of goes of them, but it's my first proper full day with them, so yeah, see how we get on. Got a couple of smallish places to go to, not too bad, mainly RDCs, but there's one place that's a bit tight, but it shouldn't be too much of an issue. So going forward, these trailers aren't too bad to drive really. Reverse in, because this one's what they call passive steer. I think it's passive steer. Yeah, you got command, which is done by mechanicals, and these are passive, which are done by electrical pulses apparently. So when you go to reverse with the passive steer ones, the rear axle actually locks out and stays straight as you're trying to reverse. So it shouldn't be too bad, as long as it actually locks out like it should. But I've been told these actually behave pretty well, so we'll see how we go with that. Anyway, off to Avonmouth. We're about 40 minutes late, but to be fair, they loaded me damn quick actually, because I think I only had 6 pallets on when I come in. By the time I got my truck sorted and come around, it was done. So they flew, which is superb. Well done, chaps. Right, I'll try and stick a camera on the outside of this trailer at some point so you can see how the rear steer works on it. Alright, I might set a time lapse up. We'll do a quick one. You know, I'm not one for time lapses, but I might do them. So let me know what you think of my time lapses. I'll see you in Avonmouth. And just like that, here we are in Avonmouth. 6 seconds for you, 2 hours for me. That's just how it goes. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Tell you what, I'm gonna stay in this lane for a second. And then I'm gonna move over after this guy goes past. Because when we get round this roundabout, I want to steal both lanes. Because obviously this trailer kicks out. I don't want someone to be beside me as I'm trying to go around it. And you've got to do a little bit more blocking with these trailers to stop people doing silly things and getting themselves written off. You've got to properly trace your lines around the roundabouts as well. So I'm going to stick the camera on the back of the trailer on one of my deliveries and drive to another delivery, and then we'll you can have an idea of what the trailer does behind. It'd be better if I had a 30 pallet because they steer even more differently than these. They kick out a lot more. Yeah, I'm going to steal both lanes, buddy, so be aware. Taking the ballroom. That's good, there's no one doing anything silly. That's alright. Nobody there at all. After all that excitement. Oh, dead. Someone's upset someone. So this strip of road is bloody awful. I think the whole thing needs retarmac, and it's proper rough along here. Mind you, with the amount of heavy traffic they have going up and down here, they probably it wouldn't last long if they did redo it. Ah well. I do have one delivery around here today that I haven't done before, so that'll be new. Got a rough idea where it is, and the sat nav will tell me anyway, so it's not really an issue. Just obviously I don't know the protocols when I get there. I'm sure I'll soon find out. Just go up to someone and go, "Hey mister, I've been here before, can you tell me what to do?" Right, is it this one we got to come off at? Or is it the next one? I can't remember. Ah, next one, yeah, not this one. Being what, 25th of March, my dad's off next week, so he's asked him to put me in his truck for the whole week again, so I'm going to be in the Volvo FH again next week, which will be nice. Lovely truck to drive. If I had the choice between this and that, probably that, though I do still like the space that's in here. I don't know. A lot of people don't seem to like the Mercedes, but I don't really have an issue with them. Right, go, go, go! Steering nice and late for this one. There we go. Over the old disused railway line. It's funny, they've taken the lines out of both sides of the field, but they've left the lines on the road. I don't know. Surely I think it makes sense just to sort of dig that up and then go over it. If you took the time to take the lines out of, like, both sides of where the crossing is there, because obviously it's a disused railway line, and surely it's worth the time to take him out of the road as well. I don't know. Now, every time I've been here, there's been a truck parked outside the entrance to this place, so you got to go around it, then kick back in, and then get around the corner into this place. For some reason, it always seems to be a truck parked there. Let's see if today is any different. Now I'm on camera, it will be. I think it's about the 4th or 5th time I've been to this place, so we'll soon see. Oh dear, someone's had that. Oh, the old security camera's over. Wheel spin there. You're coming? Nope. Yeah. Truck's not there this time. Told you. As soon as you go to film something, it's never going to be the same as it usually is. Well, you just come racing out there, Mercedes, cut the corner and everything. Yep, nothing there. Yeah, this is the first time I've been here. And there's not been a truck parked here. Normally there's a truck always parked here, which then I've got to sweep round and then sweep in. Not today. Anyway, we're here, so I'm going to go do a delivery. I'll see you when I'm done. Like I said, I'll probably put the camera on the back after this one. Okay, that's our delivery done. Been there. Watch that fence. About an hour and 20 minutes, I think, so not too bad. Can't really complain at that for the amount of stuff they had to come off. 13 pallets, 11 different orders, so takes a little while to check. As you'll be able to see, I've got a camera on the side of the trailer, so you can actually see how the rear steer works and affects the trailer. How different it will be compared to a conventional trailer. So I'm hoping the camera will stay on, because it's only on a little clampy mount, which isn't the best. We may lose the camera today. I'm not going far, so it should be alright. I'll start the next order.
Order started. Costco Wholesale UK.
Cool, who's turned that up? Alright. Yeah, so we're not going too far, so I'm hoping the camera will stay on and stay straight and doesn't get pushed over by the wind too much or anything. We'll see if it stays on. I can't actually see it at the moment. Oh, there it is. So you should be able to see how the rear steer affects the trailer, how it kicks out differently. If anything, it will be interesting for me to view as well, because I can't always see what the trailer's doing when I'm turning left. So I can't see what the trailer's actually doing because I'm blinded by the headboard. Well, I can see that side fine when I'm turning left, just not the other side. And you see now the axle will be steering, and the trailer will be sort of floating around the corner. Especially on this one, you'll see. It should turn really sharply on this one. Being passive steer, they don't turn quite as much as the command steers, but they all have their own characteristics, which take a little bit of getting used to, not too bad. So as I go around this corner, I'm going to be blinded by the headboard, so I can't actually see what the back of the trailer's doing, but with this camera on, you should be able to see it, what it does. Sort of sweep out a little bit. going to sweep around slightly, which not too bad, but it's enough that if anyone's next to me at that point, it's going to swing right in towards them, and they might not have anywhere to go. Unfortunately, people are oblivious to these things happening, so the best thing is just to take both lanes and stop anyone doing anything silly. I won't command the lanes yet, I'll wait until I get where that tanker is ahead. Camera's still there. Oh, such paranoia. There we go. Is the fan gonna go? You ready to cut in? No, good boy. There we go, come on the road. And then we'll move over into the lane we want. Ready for the next roundabout. I'll try and snip out the few boring bits of this clip. Otherwise it'll be 10 minutes of not a lot. Naughty Royal Mail truck there went for a red light, I think. It was very close to it anyway. So we've got to turn left there, so my trailer's going to kick out to the right. There's no one coming down the side of me, so that's alright. Just hope people will sort of be aware and pay attention. Nicely done. I'll take that. Anyway, we're here at the next customer, so I'm going to pop in, get these I think it's 4 pallets I've got for them, 4 or 5. Get them all done on the forklift and then off we go. There you go. Oh, where are you going? You're going in there, are you? Just going where I want to go. Oh, too many trucks in there. Right, I'm going to sit out here for now and then wait to see what happens. I'll see you in a bit. Righto, so that's that delivery done. Now we got a thing is there's a truck down there loading pallets and he's sort of where I need to reverse to. But what we'll do is we'll put you on the mirror, you can have a look at the reversing. I was going to do it anyway. Alright, I've got to reposition myself a bit better. I don't particularly want to reverse out into the road because that's not the ideal solution. I need to reverse between that red pole and that truck that's there, so. Stick the old hazards on, and away we go. As you can see, that rear steer wheel is locked out, so it's not turning. Because if it does turn, that will cause massive issues. Right, where's this red post? There it is. Plenty of room. Come on. Push around. There we go. Loads of room. Oh Christ, we've got about 10 foot between me and the other truck. Right. Off of there. And on my beautiful face. Haha. Right, so we've done that one. I've just got a phone call and I've got to do an additional collection today. Something that's supposed to be returned apparently. So it's only 1 pallet I believe. So what I'm going to do, go do all my deliveries and then I'll come back and do that one. Because there's no point putting it on now because I've got no way to move it if I need to. so I might as well put it on at the end, and then we'll go from there. I know where it is. It's just round the corner here, which is a shame because I've got to go right on the other side of Avonmouth now to go do these 3 deliveries, and then come back this way to go do that collection. But like I said, I've got to wait till do my last collection till it's not ready till 4:30, so absolutely no rush whatsoever. Just a little bit of running around, which I don't mind. It is what it is. Anyway, I'll see you probably after I've done the next delivery, actually. So, see you in a bit. Time lapse. We've done 2 deliveries now. Got to the first one. Well, I thought I got to the first one. Google Maps said it was on my left-hand side, but it was actually on my right-hand side. So I started pulling in the left-hand side, and I was like, "Oh, this ain't right." But by then it was too late. I couldn't sort of back out. So luckily they let me in, turned me around, and then I come back out. And then I had to go do a lovely little blind side, and I wish I filmed it because it was awesome. It was bang on. So if I have that one again, I'll definitely film that reverse because it was a cracking little reverse. That I'm gonna stay green and let me out. Yeah, so it's a shame. I wish I'd sort of caught that one. I should have just popped the camera on the wing, but I was just trying to get in, I suppose. I should have popped it on that mirror over there. I should have both cameras on really. So then I've done that, and literally the one I've just done is right next door to the one I've just done. So there's no point filming that 30-second drive. So literally my next one's just up the other side of this roundabout, so not really too far from there. I got 5 pallets for this customer. I was literally in there for 10 minutes because I had 1 pallet, so there's no point you go out of the bay. You might as well talk with it offhand. Off we go. Probably to the displeasure of some of the guys sat on the bay there, but never mind, that's how it goes. This next one, usually I sort of back in. The front of the trailer normally just fits in there because there's an extended trailer. I don't know if I'll quite fit in, so I'll go speak to him, see what he says, but it might be worth nosing him rather than backing him. The only thing is I've got to use the company opposite them to manoeuvre in to be able to reverse it. Again, if I drive into their place, I'll have to reverse into their neighbour opposite. Get out the way it is. It was only a tiny little yard. Once I've done this one, I've got to do 2 collections. Hopefully, pretty quick. I know the first collection I've got are on lunch now, so it's not going to get in there till 1 o'clock. So once I've got this done, take me time, I suppose. Well, I can go there and sit there, so it's not really Alright, let's go. Best. There's no one in there at the moment, is there? Some cars in there. Unless they got a pump truck for me. Oh, it'd be a bit tight. We'll reverse it and see how it goes. If not, I'll see if they got a pump truck and lift on me and I'll just do it off one side. I think at this sort of angle shouldn't be too bad. It's just whether he's got enough room to get around me. That'll probably do it. Right. Let's see what happens. See you in a bit. Right. So that's that delivery done, and yeah, I'm gonna put my chili con carne that I made last night on to start warming up for my lunch, because now I've not got a lot to do, really. I've got to go do this next collection. They're currently on break until 1 o'clock, so I'm going to get there about half past? No, probably about 1:45, so I've got a bit of a wait. And that's for my last collection. Yeah, so I've got a bit of waiting to do now. Bit of sitting around, which is a bit frustrating. But never mind. It is what it is. Getting paid by the hour, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, let's put that in there. There we go. Now you can actually see me. Yeah. I'm an hour away from my collection after that, which is not ready till 4:30. Well, it says don't get there till 4:30, but I have been in at 3:30 before, because they've been early, so watch my trailer. So we'll play that one by ear. We'll sort of head there early, and if we have to sit outside the gates for a bit, we'll sit outside the gates for a bit. Either way, I'm going to be sat around, not doing a lot. Like I said, a bit frustrating, but it is what it is, isn't it, at the end of the day? Not a lot you can do about it. Oh, you're coming in here, aren't you? Thank you, so. See what's going on here. Not a lot. Anyway, I'll see you near the collection. Just coming up to this one now, and this road's going to be a little bit fun to get. Not this road, the road I've got to go down to get to the customer, because well, there's usually cars parked all down one side of the road around the corner as well, and of course this trailer's got tail swing on it, so quite a lot of tail swing. So I'm hoping as I try and go around the corner at the bottom that my trailer ain't going to start taking out the cars on my right hand side or left hand side when I'm coming out. Cheers, buddy. We'll see what happens. I might have to sort of bump the trailer up on the curb just to make sure I don't do it, or just make sure the wheels sort of hug the curb as I go around. We'll see what happens. We'll see how bad it is. I think there's all these cars parked out here and they don't realise how much of a pain it is to try and get a truck around there with all the cars there. I guess they can't really help it. There's probably not enough room in their business that they work out to park out there. About. And there's loads of trucks down here today. It's normally pretty bad down here, but not that bad. Oh, it's just down here apparently. Well, it's not apparently, it is down here because I've been down here a million times before. See what happens down here then. This van's just going to come straight out, is he? Bearing in mind I can't go nowhere. I ain't going to put him there, is he? Welcome. Stay there, Audi. Ah, okay. Go on, car, off you go. Place is usually quite fun to manoeuvre around. Don't help when you meet a truck there. It's really not helpful. Never mind. Park here, see if we can get past. He should be able to bump up on the curb from there. You're welcome, sir. There's plenty of room. Plenty of room. Alright, let's try again. too bad. Oh, no. There's always more room here than I realise. Perfectly fine. Alright, let's go in here, park up, and then wait, I suppose. Gonna be a blind side, this one. Just got that trailer axle locked up. You get like an extra little tsh, and that's as the pin goes out and locks the axle. Just see the end of my trailer in my mirror. I'll do it straighten up there. Do it from back right down the side of the building, that way he hasn't got to come out too far. Apparently there's only one pallet to collect, so we'll see what happens with that. There we go. See you whenever. So as I'm waiting to load up and that, I might as well show you the truck and trailer. So there's a truck and trailer there. So obviously the main thing about this trailer, it's quite tall as well. It's 4.6 meters tall. But the most obvious thing about LSTs is the third axle is slightly further away because it steers. Obviously these are passive steer, so they only steer a little bit. So they've got a steering axle on them. So you've got the bar at the bottom there which moves it left and right. Now with the command steers, it's got a big carriage that steers, and they steer a lot more. You can tell the difference between the 28 and a 30 pallet trailer, because on a 30 pallet trailer that wheel's slightly further back, and also you'll have a guard between these wheels as well. So you know those trailers are just over 15 meters long, so quite a bit more length in them, and they kick out a lot compared to these. This one ain't too bad. This one's quite nice to drive with. Yeah, there's a little bit about the trailer. Other than that, it all hooks up the same as any other trailer. So yeah, it's just handles slightly differently. Yeah, it's fun to drive with. So hello, this is John from the future. This is the Monday. I filmed on the Thursday. Anyway, I was talking about the LST trailers. I've got a 30 pallet one today. So key difference is, you can see between the second and third axle we have underrun protection, which you don't have on the 28s, so that was further out. Also, it's different in the way it steers. This one's command steer, so if you look in the fifth wheel, there's a block. Oh, there it, right there, sits in there, and turns that whole thing, which then turns these rams. Oh, I have to look up through it. Turns them round, all goes all the way down to the carriage at the bottom of the trailer. And then, unlike the 28s, this whole thing, all of this steers. So you get a lot more steering on this, and that back end, if I turned full lock, would probably come out to about that white line. So yeah, you get a lot more kick out with these things. Anyway, that's a 30 palleter. Back to your standard viewing things. That is that. We are due at our other collection at 2:30, which is way too early. So I've already eaten my food because I was hungry. I'll just wait for my air to build up a second. It's not low enough to lock the brakes, but it's still quite low. So yeah, I've already eaten my food because I've been sat here an hour now, which to be honest isn't too bad. So I'm going to go drive up the Seven View services on the M48. Is it M48, isn't it? Yeah. And I'm going to go stop there for an hour, go get something to drink, and then I'll make my way to my collection. Because there's no point heading in now, because I'll just be sat outside for ages. I mean, I could try. Go get a drink, sit up for half hour and try and get there a little bit earlier, but we'll see what happens. This truck being parked is going to be a bit of a bugger. Oh. There we got around them. Not really the best place to be parking, pal, but never mind. We got around you. You rigid drivers. Or van drivers. I'm only joking. Yeah, you could have like pulled back a little bit, I guess. Never mind. Oh. So we're going to make our way up the 7 View services, so no point me filming anything on the way there, no point me filming anything after that. I'll see you when I'm near my collection, which should be in a couple of hours. So yeah, I'll see you in a couple of hours. Yeah. You don't have to do that waiting malarkey, you just sit there and just done like that. And just like that we are near my collection. I didn't actually stop as long as I thought I was going to. I stopped for about 15 minutes and saw there was a load of traffic, so decided to make a move. And then the traffic cleared up, so it's now I'm now due there at 10 past 3. So a bit early, about an hour and 20 minutes early, but sometimes they let me in, sometimes they don't. So we'll see. We'll see what happens when we get there. Anyway, we're just coming up on a turn in before we sort of get there. It's a bit of a tight old turn. It's going to be amusing with this trailer on. Thing is, whether you can make it smoothly sort of depends on people that are coming down the road you're turning onto, stopping behind the line, because some of them go over the line a bit, and then it makes it quite tight. I had a truck that was a good probably 4 foot over the line, but luckily that day I had an urban trailer on, because if I had a standard I just wouldn't have got around there. Anyway, we've got a 28 palleter on, but it does have rear steer, so yeah, it should theoretically turn in a slightly smaller space, but we'll see how that sort of pans out. Just down the bottom of the road here by the traffic lights. Don't know how many pallets we got to collect anyway. That last place I was at, there was only 9 boxes, so don't bother with a pallet with that. They're going to be red before I get there, I'll bet. Oh no, they're green. Come on people, you're going to have to move. What the hell's going on here? This is not good, because now I'm stuck and other lights are changing. I bet it's someone, school run, isn't it? It's going to be school run, mum's parked in stupid places. I need to go right out on the other side of the road to meet this corner. You gonna stop? Better stop. There we go. We made it. Yeah, school run time, innit? Oh dear. I made that a lot slower than it should have been. Just wait it while everyone figures out what they want to do. Suppose this lockdown starting the lift and that, now school runs are a thing I'm going to have to start being faced up against with now. I know a lot of kids have already started going back anyway, obviously. Yeah, normally I'm not here this early, so normally I don't have to worry about that one, but so be it. It's fairly painless. People parked everywhere down here today. Oh, I'm gonna have to sit here and wait now, because no one's gonna let me go. Almost there. I wasted a little bit of time. More time than I was expecting. Never mind. So we've got plenty of time to waste anyway. Might even have to sit outside their gates for an hour yet. I hope not, because it'd be nice to get home early, but I say early, it's still going to be like 5 o'clock. 6 o'clock maybe. Oh, excuse me. Right, I suppose I can't really show this customer, so just about to turn in there now. So I'll see you once I've done the collection and heading back to the yard, I suppose. Okay, that's just loaded up. 17 pallets of stuff. Just 17 pallets of stuff, that's all you need to know. So we're going to go mosey on back to the yard. About an hour and 20 minutes, the old sat-nav saying. Which way is it taking us? Taking us through Devizes, up Avon and all that, so we'll go that way as it's more entertaining. I need the sat-nav on, thank you. Well, I don't need it, I know where I'm going. But it's always nice to have a reference. Is that car going slow? That car is going slow, so I'm going to go. Yeah, not too bad. I had to wait. I mean, it's 10 to 5 now, so I've been there, what, an hour and 40 minutes? It was an hour before I got in, so I got in 4:15 and on bay for half hour and then strapped all the load up. Because one thing my dad's always told me, always strap everything. Always. If it's on the trailer, strap it. If you're thinking he's strapping, strap it. Even if you think you can get away with it not being strapped, or you think it's too light and probably doesn't require being strapped, strap it. That way you won't be playing for the old DVSA's ball at the end of the year. You won't be paying for their Christmas party. I'm paying for my I'm getting money for my wages, not for theirs. And now we got a cyclist. Oh well. Sit back, take our time. One day I'm going to do a to B video of this route, because it's got some rather questionable roads, so it'll be nice to film one day so you can see the route I'll take back from here. And there's a couple of different routes I'll take. One takes about 10 minutes longer than the other. You got time to get past him? Yeah. There we go, loads of room. Oh look, we just got up to 30 mile an hour as well, that was handy. Oh, I'm going to have to get back to the yard and then see what they want to do, because some of this stuff goes out tonight, so I'm going to have to probably be a case of taking the trailer around the front and dumping it off and then leaving it for them to unload and move it later on. Which is quite nice when you can just dump the trailer. You don't have to worry about unloading it and that. Ideally, that's how you always want it to be. Oh, just dump the trailer there, bugger off. Alright. Oh, waffling now. Getting a bit stuffy at the moment as well. I think the hay fever's starting to kick in a little bit now. Now spring's sort of breathing down our necks. Yeah, waking up a bit stuffy and a bit snotty in the morning, so it's like, yay, hay fever season, wonderful. Time to walk around with itchy eyes and a snotty face, and then everyone thinking I've got corona again. Not that I've had corona, but everyone thinking I've had corona, because that happened last year when my hay fever kicked in. People were questioning, oh, you got corona? No, it's hay fever. How do you know? Because I've suffered with hay fever for the past, Jesus, nearly 20 years. Christ. That's yeah, it's not nice. I wouldn't wish it on my enemies. I'd rather have a cold than hay fever, because at least the cold goes away after a couple of days. Whereas hay fever, you don't know from day to day, and it can last a good few months. Anyway, enough about that. I'm going to drive home, and I guess I'll see you when I'm back at the yard, or near enough back at the yard, if I make it in one piece. Should be alright. I'll see you shortly. About an hour and 15 for me, but not long for you. Alright, here we are. Almost back in the yard. And then we have successfully completed our first full day with you're just going to come straight out, and yeah, I'm indicating, you donut. One of our guys behind us as well. Right, so yeah, successfully completed our first day with an LST trailer. Bear in mind it's only a 28 palleter rather than a 30 palleter, but if I go on a 30 palleter, then I will show you the differences. Hopefully it's one of the ones with a command steer, so I'll show you the slight differences with that. But yeah, hopefully it was somewhat interesting for you. Bearing in mind I'm very rusty at doing these videos. But mind you, I keep saying that in the ones I'm releasing, sneaking out, that I haven't been told off for yet. Yeah. It would be nice to get a bit of response, but there we go. Anyway, today was not too bad. I mean, it's what, 2 minutes to 6 o'clock now, so that's 12 hours. By the time I've got this sorted, paperwork done and all that. Gee, that sun is right in my face. I cannot see a thing. That's not going to help at all. Yeah, so by the time I'm done with that, it's going to be about a 12.5 hour day, which isn't too bad, to be fair. I sort of expected it when I saw what I had last night, which is not too bad. Can't really complain. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to pop in here, find out what they want me to do with this trailer. They might even have me bring it back around here, and then they'll take it around and unload it later. And we'll see. Oh, bit of a traffic jam as well. People waiting for the fuel pump. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Take it easy, look after yourselves, drive safely. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbyes.